My name is Endeavour, and this is All the Mods 10. That's right, so we finally get started in this mod pack that I've been wanting to do for so long, but there's two reasons why I haven't done it so far. One, because I was finishing off All the Mods 9 to the Sky, and I have managed to get the star in that series, and that is the plan for this one as well. We're definitely going to be going for the All the Mod star. But also, the other thing that's really made me want to start now is that the Create mod has finally been added to All the Mods 10, and it is the new version of Create with all like the storage management, and it's going to be really fun. So that is my plan for early on. I want to get all my starter base built with all of the Create stuff. Okay, I'm trying to talk and there's an owl flying around. This is really distracting. So yeah, Create base is definitely going to be the starter thing. But before we can get to that, we need to do a little bit of exploring. I've spawned on this tree, and if we have a look at the map, we have a few things going on. So we've got this pirate ship looking thing over here. We've got a village over here, and I don't even know what that is. Maybe another village. We'll see. So we need to go around, have a look, but we need to definitely try and get a backpack as soon as possible because the stuff that I'm going to be carrying is going to be absolutely crazy. So we do have vein miner in this pack as well, which is very helpful. Probably shouldn't do it on top of a tree. We'll take damage straight away, but let's get on there. Okay, so bit of wood straight away. Very exciting. Right, so I'm not going to collect too much because, yeah, it's going to be a bit mad. But I'll tell you what, we should probably get some tools, shouldn't we, just to get things going. So I'm going to do that. And can I do crafting table on a stick? No, it's just a stick. Oh, I didn't need to craft. Right, okay. Right, so now I have a mobile crafting table, which is good. So I can probably leave that there. Let's leave that there. So now I should probably get an axe because I do want to kill a few of these cows because I really want a backpack pretty much straight away. Now, I'm not 100% sure on the recipe. I think I need string as well, but hopefully we'll be able to get that from some trees. You do get trees that grow string on them. Let's get our first recipe saved up there. So this thing, so string, chest, and leather. We can do that. Definitely do that. And I do need to keep an eye out for a few things. I would love to see a redstone cave because getting a bit of redstone early on and not having to go down into the mines would be very good. But what's this up here? That looks like a big crazy village, doesn't it? So I've got Ars Nouveau. We're definitely going to be doing that later on. But for the start, it's just going to be Create for me. That is my plan, just to stick with Create. And I also want to do a bit of immersive engineering as well. I'd really like to have like a steampunk kind of base. But firstly, we definitely need to get up there, don't we? Definitely things going on. Let's go have a look. These bushes are cool as well. If you break these, you can craft them into 2 of whatever sapling they are. Should probably get a bit of food as well. Alright, I've just spotted something in the distance that I really want to go get. There's a mineral tree right there. And I've mentioned, right, spruce. I definitely want spruce. You see how things just pile up in your inventory so quickly when you play modded? But mineral, I definitely want the mineral tree. So aside from Create and immersive engineering, I also want to get into integrated dynamics as early as possible as well, because it is just such a cool mod, and I've only recently really got into it properly, so definitely want to get a bit of that, and I think that should be enough to get going. So do I have a sapling? I've got 1 sapling. That's not great. Right, we made it up the hill, and this is pretty precarious looking thing, isn't it? Hopefully we'll find something decent in here. So we've got a bit of food, bit of armor. I'll take that. It's not the greatest first chest I've ever seen. Brawler's gem, nice. Just don't know if I'm going to be able to take anything. I mean, I can come back, it's right near spawn. So, look, tell you what, we'll just leave all that there for now. Just stuff that I can use for now. Unless I can get a backpack and then carry it, that'd be good. Right, so we'll definitely have the wood. And is there any of these seeds that I want? Probably not for now. Let's take that. Oh, I'll take some more armor as well. It's not the easiest village to navigate, is it? Bit of iron. Iron's all going to come in handy. Berries, I can plant those. What else? More bread. More wood. And I really want to build out spruce as well, so I'm really pleased I'm getting all this. Wood, bread. Now you may have noticed I'm just really taking vanilla stuff at the minute. But that's just where my brain is. Past a drinking hat. Alright, we'll take that. I'm not going to do it now, but we'll take that. But I already have... I haven't got boots. I'll take those. Well, my inventory is pretty much full already. I really need to get a backpack guy. Oh, what's this? I think I'm definitely going to need to come back here at some point. And another relic. What's this? Oh, wow, so that's helps for fall damage. That's really good. So what, I'm going to do that one now because I'm really high up as it is. So with these things, pretty crazy. If you just hold shift on them, you can research them. And you need to basically need to unlock them by doing like a little puzzle. So this thing here, if you click on this, you'll see these little stars. And what you need to do is, it's basically like a constellation, and you need to join them up in a certain pattern. Now, I always get it wrong, and it is complete guesswork. So I'm just going to click on these and connect them together like this. And if I do the same with these, maybe that as well. I don't know what that looks like umbrella-ish to me, doesn't it? There's no more. Oh, there we go. Just needed that one in the middle. That's what did it. Right, so holding the mouse button on it, it propels you backwards, and it's night time, so let's have a sleep. And is that a full set of armor already? Nice. Right, definitely take some bookshelves. Can't not. Alright, I want to try this thing. And I fall it down as well. Is that happening all the time? That's great. Basically just feels like an elytra, that. Yeah, got to take all these books. Definitely. Right, so I'm definitely going to want this thing, infinite ham. So it's basically just infinite food, which is really good. So I'll take that. I'll do that one later. And full inventory already. We'll leave that. Right, I'm going to have to work on a backpack now. I need to find some stuff. So I think as I was climbing up here, I should have used my umbrella there, shouldn't I? Right, so as I was climbing up here, I think I saw what looks like an entrance to a mine shaft, and it had some cobwebs, this thing here. Right, so if I can get some string out of here, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Probably a little bit dangerous. Can we do a sword? And I can't pick it up, of course I can't. Oh, iron. How many do I need? I think I need 4 die, so that's 2. I really don't want to go down there, though. That looks really dangerous. I don't even have any torches. No. Oh, hopefully this will be nice, but it's not going to be, is it? There's already baddies. Right, I've got 4 string. That'll do me. If I can go get some leather, that'll be the first backpack. Nice. Right, so back in the village. First emeralds. Can't pick them up, but actually, with my crafting table, I can put that into a bauble slot guy. So we'll have that. I just need to set up a keyboard shortcut to open it automatically, but that's not a problem. We can do that in a minute. So let's have the emeralds. Oh, that is cool, just floating down like that. Oh, alright, we're actually getting some valuables now as well. Nice. Redstone, lapis, and let's have the gold. No, I don't need to cook it away. Let's have the wheat. And this all looks very fancy, but I don't think I'm going to do anything with Modpack early on anyway, so let's just leave that for now. Alright, so a bit of iron armor in there and a bit of iron, so I'm definitely going to take that if I can clear some space for it. And diamonds as well, look at that. That was definitely worth it. And an iron pickaxe. This is going well. So I'll put that in there. I'll take that. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do here. Let's get rid of them. Diamonds. Yes. Right, so I haven't been anywhere below the surface yet, and I've already got... This is good. Right, I'm definitely happy with that. Nice. Right, I think though, I might be wrong because this village is just all over the place, but I think I've pretty much explored every house. What are you? Is that crab? Okay, I'm going to stay away because that might be dangerous. Wool, not bad. Or is that a condensed blood? I definitely want to get into Evilcraft early on as well. I'm going to be able to get an easy fortune with that, so... Oh, I really need a backpack, don't I? I'm going to have to come back for that one. Right, looks like night time again, but I want cows. I need to find some cows. I need leather. Yeah, that sounds way too dangerous though, doesn't it? So let's go have a little sleep and go cow hunting. And straight away as well, we've already found an AE2 meteorite, and with the diamonds we've got, we can actually mine all of this up. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to get into AE2 straight away like I normally do. I'm a big fan of AE2, I love the end game of it, but I also like using ad hoc networks as my starter storage as well. But as I said, I want to really get into integrated dynamics this time, so that is what I'm going to be using for my starter storage. But we're definitely going to come back to this and man this all out later on, so I'll just make a note where that is. Is this another village? If I could just get some leather in a chest, that would be really handy, wouldn't it? Well, they definitely like the lighting in this village, don't they? That's slightly over the top. So I want to start picking up all this stuff, but I just can't. What's that? Running shoes. Does that make it go faster? Now that could be handy. Right, so they've got that one out, and that increases running speed by 64%, which is great. Feels a little bit faster. It's not crazy overpowered, but I think that's good, actually. Right, so crafting on a stick apparently is already starting to V, but I'm going to change that because there's a lot of them already there. So what is that? It's also set to open backpack as well, so I should probably change that as well. Right, I can't get my crafting stick to assign to a keybind, so I'm just going to kill some cows instead. Take my frustration out on these. I think I need 4 leather eye. Oh no, I've got 3. 5, yes. Right, okay, so let's grab this. For some reason, I can't get it working, but it's alright. So we'll go for the backpack, get 1 chest, and then this should make life so much easier. I believe you can get a crafting grid to go inside the backpack as well, so maybe that's the way to go. Yeah, crafting upgrade. So that's just a little bit more leather, isn't it? Yeah, we can do that at some point. But anyway, for now, let's just dump all of this in here. So now I can actually go raiding and get everything I need. So that is already full, but we can upgrade this into a, I think iron is the next level, or copper actually. Yeah, we could upgrade this into copper, and once we go mining copper, we should be easy to get. So I think it's time to have a little sleep, isn't it? And then I can put things away. I'm so happy about that. Right, so we'll keep the tools out. Right, so I did get a little bit more gold there, but this is the thing that I really want. Let's get a waystone. So I'm going to grab this, and the great thing about these as well is they have glowstone underneath. So we can get this, and that's our first glowstone without going to the nether. I'm doing so well here. I haven't even been in a mine yet, and I'm doing alright. I suppose I should get a sword upgrade, shouldn't I? Let's have that. Definitely want the bookshelves. Want to get some enchanting going straight away. We'll go in here. Smack 3. Feral claws. Don't know what they do, but I'll have them anyway. Right, so inventory full, backpack full. Let's go find somewhere to set up and maybe go do a little bit of mining, and then we can get on with doing a little bit of building. Right, so I've just been trying to find somewhere I can set up, and I found this area on the map called the Meneglin region, and I noticed here there was a lot of like mineral trees, so I thought I'd come and have a look, and yeah, it's pretty disgusting. So I probably are going to do this, but while I'm here, I'm going to get as many of these mineral trees as I can carry. So we'll grab all of these and then maybe go find somewhere a little bit prettier. Right, so I've chopped down quite a few of those mineral trees, and I have a few mineral saplings now. And I found this little hut in the middle of nowhere, and it did have some cool stuff in it. This is just the stuff I've dumped, but there was another diamond, another emerald, and there's I think some iron in the other ones, but I just couldn't pick it up. So what I've decided to do is just settle here for a minute. All I'm going to do is take a furnace, and I really should look at the quest as well, because there might be something worth getting. And then what we're going to do is cook up the copper that I've been mining. Where did I put that? Just like that, right. Okay, so if we just put some of this in here, and I can't double it at the minute, so I think if I do 18, so I can get 2 blocks. Yeah, I've got a bit of coal in there, so I'll stick that in there. And what I'm talking about by doubling is if you use this thing called the ore hammer, which you can craft out of copper, and it's 2 copper blocks, that's why we need 18, and then 3 sticks. And with this, we can take any ore and turn it into 2 of the dust. And if we smelt that, we'll get a copper ingot. So I just need to get 18 of these. So maybe some sticks as well to finish those off. And then we can double this, and that means we can then turn the backpack into the copper version of the backpack. Now, I don't think I've got enough iron. I've got 2 in there. There's 1 there. So that's 4. So yeah, 6. So I need 8 to turn it into the iron one, I think. Let's have a look. So actually no, I could use 4 of the iron with the copper backpack, and I'll turn it into the iron one. Right, okay, definitely doing that. Okay, so I did a little bit of mining while waiting for this to cook, and yeah, I didn't realise how late it was, and it's now night time. So just cook up these last 2, and then we can do what we need to do and hopefully get away without dying. Okay, so with these 2, craft these into blocks. I need a bit of wood, don't we? Did I choose the last of it? Right, so I'll take that. Blocks there, and then go like that. Okay, now with these, double up on our copper, so that's 46 there. Right, so we can get that smelting up. We just need to get 8 of these, and then we can upgrade the backpack. And while we're doing that, we should probably look at the quests. I haven't looked at these at all yet. I ticked off a couple of the artifacts ones, but I think it's all just XP in this page. So we should probably have a look at the actual quest for the beginning, because these pages usually give you decent tips on how to get started, but they also give you fairly decent rewards as well. So let's have a look what we've got. See, this is all stuff I've already done, because obviously I'm a pro. I know what I'm doing. First pick, didn't do that. Alright, not that much of a pro. Suppose while we're here then, let's try and do a few of the quests. So we'll get a pick. That should unlock a few things. Oh, we have a friend. Fire damage, nice. Anyway, right, that is enough copper. So, if we take this backpack off, and then we can put that in there with 8 copper around it, and then have a copper backpack. So that is a little bit more, but if we take 4 of these iron, now maybe a bit of a heavy investment in iron straight away, but it is definitely worth it. So we'll stick that in there with 4 iron ingots like that, and we now have an iron backpack. So that is much better. Now with this, I think I can turn this into the gold one, and that is 8 gold, but I do have a lot more gold than I did iron, so I might as well do that as well. That like that, and backpack in there, and there we go. That is much better. So now we can stick everything into there, and everything that we dumped in here should be alright for a little bit now. Stick all that away. Right, that's good. Now what do we need for the next one? That's 8 diamonds. So yeah, probably not there for that one yet. But we'll stick that in there. What are you? I don't like the look at you. There's a lot of zombies. Is it any chance of it being daytime anytime soon? Oh, it's not going to shoot at me. I think I need to hide in this little hole, do I? They can't get in. I'm alright. So yeah, maybe let's do a little bit of mining, see what we can get. Alright, so that wasn't too smart. I've just been mining up a load of andesite, because I'm going to need that for when we get into create, but I was there mining and my iron pick is gone already. I suppose we could use these diamonds now, couldn't we? Let's use these and get a diamond pick. There we go. That's another quest. Might as well claim all these as well, see what we'll get. That's pretty good. Redstone block as well. I'll take that. This early on, that is a very good reward. And 2 diamonds for doing that diamond pick as well. Nice. And I can turn that redstone block into door sky, and that was another quest. So, wow, look at all this. Tons to claim. There is a button up here as well that you can just claim everything all in one go, but I just actually want to see what I've done. So let's have a look at the start. Oh my god, this is crazy, isn't it? Now, as I say, I've done the start and almost down to the sky, and that was pretty bad, but this is madness. But I do already have one thing from it, so I'll take that. Anyway, oh, I've got the Inferium as well. All of that. Oh look, we've got loads. We're nearly there. Okay, yeah. This is going to take some doing. Definitely not today. I do want to get into integrated dynamics pretty early on, but the main thing I want to do is create. So this is going to be one of the first things I do once I get to where I'm going to be building, which I still don't know where it is. I'm going to get on with the quest from create, and we should get some decent rewards from this. Hopefully, no rewards on that. Oh, are you kidding? No rewards. Daytime again, so let's get rid of these stragglers, and we can set off exploring again. No. I don't like that thing. That is pretty scary. And there's my copper backpack, nearly full again. Okay, so that's all done, so we'll take that. Alright, we've got everything we need. What are you? You are pretty scary. Whoa, what is that? I think the only answer really is to just run away. Definitely want no part of that, thank you. He's chasing me. That's not good, is it? And even though I'm getting chased, I want the sugar cane. Alright, this tile looks interesting. Let's see what we can find in here. Okay, not that interesting. I'll take the string though. Right, lots of exploring done, but I need to find where I'm going to be settling down now, do I? Right, so after doing a little bit of exploring, what I've decided to do is come back to this meteorite, because once we get into A2, having this close by is going to be very handy, and I've decided to set up right next to here. So I've got a few things just plonked down here for now. This is obviously very temporary, not going to stay like this. I've tried to be organised as well, so like general valuable stuff in there, organic stuff in there, and then building blocks at the top, and I've also got mineral in a separate drawer, and I've also been back up to that village that was at the top of that mountain, and I found an immersive engineering house. And I got really excited when I saw the wooden storage crates, because these always used to be like poor man's shulker boxes. You could just break them and they would keep the contents inside, but unfortunately, I don't know when this changed, but that's not a thing anymore. So I broke the ones I found up there and all the contents just spilled out. But it's easy storage anyway, so I've got a few of those placed down. Been cooking up a few things, still haven't done any mining yet. There was a little cave just down here, this thing just here. So I've been in there and I got the few things that I could see, but that is literally it. So next I was going to do a little bit more exploring, but this video is getting on a little bit now, isn't it? And I haven't done any create yet, and that is the plan. So I've got a few things, recipes up here. I was going to do the nature's compass so I could go find a redstone cave, but as I say, we're not doing that. So what we want to do first up is get the encased fans going, and we're going to do 4 of these, and we want to do the 4 types that the encased fan can do. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, I will explain that. But to get this going, we're going to need a few things. The shaft and the andesite casing are both made out of the same thing. So with the andesite casing, you just need to strip any log and then right click it with the andesite alloy. The shaft, again, is the andesite alloy, but you just craft 2 of them and you get 8 of the shafts. Then we just need a propeller, and this is again andesite alloy, surrounded by 4 iron plates. Now the way to do the iron plates, in create, you use these things called the mechanical press, and it just takes 1 iron ingot and turns it into an iron plate. Now this is a proper way of doing it, but you need a fairly decent setup to be able to run these. So I think, even though we're starting with create, I am going to do a bit of a cheesy way, and we're just going to use the engineer's hammer. You can use the ore hammer that we've used already, but this takes 2 iron to get 1 plate, whereas if you use the engineer's hammer, just 1 to 1, just like it is in create. So we're going to do that. And the other thing that we're going to do that's a little bit cheesy, we're not going to do a cobble gen with create. We're not going to use the drill. We're just going to use these things from cobble gen galore, and these things are absolutely brilliant. So if we just have a look at this mod, there are a few tiers of it. Now, normally with these things, you have to craft the one below to craft the next one, but these, you basically just pick the one you want and craft it straight away. So I'm going to go up to the best one I can afford. I probably could do emerald, but it is a little bit overkill, so I'm not going to do that one. I'm just going to go straight into the gold, because I'm probably going to need a lot more iron than I am gold, so I don't mind spending that on this. So basically, all we need to do with this is just put this in the ground with lava on one side and water on the other, and it'll just create cobble just infinitely and break it and just put it into any inventory for us. So that is a nice easy thing to craft, so we'll get that done. And the reason I want that is because I'm going to build in with a lot of stone, and then we're also going to turn the cobble into lots of other things with create. So firstly, I'm going to need to craft a couple of buckets, aren't I? And I need to find some lava, which I haven't done yet, so I'll get a couple of buckets. Now, there is water everywhere, but I am going to need to go find some lava, so I don't know where I'm going to do this. Let's just put this over here. Not there. So yeah, I've got more waystone there as well, but I haven't found any more waystones yet, so it's pretty useless on its own. So we'll just put this down here, and then we just need to put water and lava in here, and that'll do its thing. Now, these things can be used for generating other blocks as well. You can use them to generate obsidian. Now, they do consume the lava when you do that. You could also use it to get in andesite as well. So we may need to do that, because we are going to use a lot of andesite in create. But anyway, let's get the engineer's hammer going, because that's the thing that we're going to need. So we need a bit of string. I think it's 2 iron, isn't it? And then a few sticks. Just like that. And then, how many of these do I need? Let's just get 12 for now. And then I think the propellers, we do them like this, don't we? So let's just do one for now. We'll go through the whole thing. Oh no, it's andesite alloy in minutes. Right, so we need to do that first. Right, so I've got a little bit of wood here. So all we need to do is put this down. Let's just do 8. What we do with this is just right click to strip, just like you do in vanilla. But what we can do is vein mine and right click, and that does the whole thing in one go, which is very helpful. Next thing we need is the andesite alloy, and we just do that with iron nuggets and andesite, and that gives us these things. So we can just click these onto here and then mine those up. So that's that, but we do need a few more of this. Now, when we get into create properly and we use a mixer, we can just use 1 iron nugget and 1 andesite, and that'll give you 1 of the andesite alloy. But when you're crafting it like this, you have to use 2 of each to get the same thing. So it's a little bit more expensive doing it this way, but let's do that. And we should get some of the shafts as well, shouldn't we? And then just do these as well. Right, so now we should be able to craft. Oh, did I use all those? All right, let's grab some more of those. And then if I craft one of these, and that means I should be able to craft the encased fan. That's the first one, but we need to do that another 3 times. But we are running a little bit low on resources now, so hopefully we should have enough to do it. But anyway, first things first, let's have a sleep. Right, so what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to build a starter house in this area, and I'm going to have all the create stuff in the basement, and then we can have like a working area upstairs. But I think I'd like to have like this side lower, so we could see like the outside of it, and then as we come up here, we're going to have like a normal entrance at this level. So I think the encased fans I'm going to have down here, but I do need a few blocks of stone, and I don't think I've got much, have I? So I'm going to need to cook a few things up. Let's tell you what, let's just grab that. I probably could use andesite as well, but I want to use it for crafting things. So yeah, I probably should have got a few resources together first. But anyway, let's just put these down. We can see how they work anyway. I'm going to need to bring these off the floor a little bit. Right, so I'm going to put a fan there like that. And then with these, there's 4 things you can put in front of them. And those each have different functions. So the lava, you can just use it as like a bulk smelter. So you can just throw things down in front of it. And this fan will blow the lava onto it, and it'll smelt it up basically. We can also do washing, and this will turn gravel into iron. So this is how you do iron fans with create. You can also use a smoker, so this will like cook all your food. And then haunting is something you do to turn cheap stuff into more expensive stuff. So a good example of this is like sand, and turn that into soul sand, and then you can put soul sand into a washer and you get an absolute ton of quartz and gold. So from cobblestone and using a few of these setups, you can get absolutely loads of stuff. So that is the plan, but this fan isn't going to do anything on its own, so I actually need to power this. And the way we're going to do that is put a water wheel on the back, and then we're going to connect this up a little bit more sophisticated in a bit. But let's just get the basics of this up and running, and we can see how it works. So the next thing we need to do is craft one of these large water wheels. So first we need to do the small water wheel, and that's just a shaft and 8 planks. And then with that another 8 planks, we can turn that into a large water wheel. So I am just going to need to get some water as well. And I do love this umbrella, it's so cool. Right, so this water wheel is quite a big thing. It's a 5x5. So we'll just need to make sure it's got enough space to rotate. Now, as I say, this is a temporary setup. I'm going to redo this once I get the rest of the fans in. So we'll just stick some blocks around here like this. And I think we're going to need one there like that as well. And then if we put the water down here like that, that'll start turning. So with the particles on the fan, you can see which way it's rotating. So at the minute, it's going to drag things towards it. And we don't want that. We want it to be blowing the other way. So normally what you do is put a gearbox in there and it would turn it around the other way. But because I'm very, very early game and I want to get this nice and cheap, I'm just going to put it out the other side. And that will now blow the particles out this way. That's good. So let's put this like this. And then what we can do is if we put a pressure plate there, we can put whatever we want in front of here. And then we can use that to transform the items that we put down in front of it. So we're just going to put a temporary block there for now. And I think the first thing I want to do is lava, so I can start smelting things up properly. So I'm going to go grab some lava now with the buckets I've got here. I can use one of them to get that cobble gen up and running, and then we'll get the other one in here. Okay, so I've done a little bit of mining trying to find some lava, and in the process I did end up with quite a lot of stuff. So I've turned all the osmium and iron that I found into the dust, and I've been smelting that up. But then I thought to myself, why am I doing that? Because the whole point of this setup over here is to be able to smelt stuff without using fuel. So I've stopped doing that now, and I've also got the lava in over here, and within a few minutes this has already filled up this barrel. So we have 2,000 cobblestone in there. So I'll grab a couple of stacks of this because we can get this set up now. Let's do it manually first and I'll show you the automated way. So I have another bucket of lava here. So we'll pull that there, pull that down. Now these particles here, do not stand in front of them because they will do tons of fire damage to you. What we need to do with this is only put 16 blocks down at a time. And the reason for that is, if you put more than 16 down, it takes longer to process them. We're going to put chutes from crate on top. And the reason we're using those is because they drop 16 blocks at a time. So this is perfect. So it will convert by the time it gets one block over here. And then it'll just go into the chute and we don't have to mess about with filters or anything like that. So let's just try putting 16 blocks down there and see what happens. So that'll just slowly convert into stone. And then once it gets to the edge, it should just drop off or not. If it stays there, actually, it'll just turn into smooth stone, which I'm alright with as well. But yeah, that's just falling off the bottom, but let's not get killed by that. Okay, right, so the chutes are thankfully nice and cheap. Compared to hoppers that are 5 iron, chutes are just 2 iron plates and 1 iron ingot, so 3 iron ingots, and you get 4 of them, which is perfect. So I do actually want 2 lots of these. So I want 4 inputs and 4 outputs, and I have 4 chests there, but I am going to need more than that. So what we're going to do, we're going to put 1 there, and this is going to be the output. And if we put, I'm just going to put the copper chest down there for now. That should be plenty. And if I can come up here and hopefully not die, we'll put that on top of there, and then down like that. So what we can do, anything we want smelting, we can put into here, and it'll put them down in blocks of 16. Now it does put them down together, but they won't group up, so they are still in groups of 16. And then once they get to the edge, they've cooked it into stone, and then they'll go into there, and look at how fast that is. And you can put as much in here as you want. So all of this dust that I've got, I can just throw all that in. I've probably got a load more stuff that I can cook, but let's just watch this go into here. So that's getting pushed across, turn into ingots, and then it'll drop into there. So look at that, a few stacks of osmium just like that. So I'm actually going to take some of this because I can craft myself up another set of armor, because osmium is actually really good. It's about as good as netherite. In fact, I think it's actually better. So we'll craft this up, and yeah, that's going to do us until we get some really good armor. But for now, this is more than good enough. So that and chestplate, and there we go. So we'll take this rubbish off, and then we'll get the osmium stuff on. Nice. Okay, so the next step there is to get the other fan set up. So now with everything that I've just been mining for, I should be okay to get all these crafted up. So I'll get that done, and I'll show you how to change this so it can power all of them without having to mess about too much. Okay, so I've got all those crafted up and got all those in there now, and for some reason I did all these chests as iron. I don't know why I did that, because I've used up most of my copper, but then I've got a ton more iron now. So yeah, definitely need to go do a bit more mining, but all of these are iron, and this is the one I'll probably use the most, and this one's only copper. Never mind. Anyway, I've been putting a lot of cobblestone through here, and as you can see, that's all cooked into stone. That took no time at all. Right, so to get the rest of these set up, the next one I want in there is a campfire. So I'm going to break this one and put that down there. And then as you'll see, that is not blowing at the minute, so we need to get the rest of these powered. So let's do that first before we put everything else in. So instead of having this shaft coming off here like this, what we're going to do is put down 4 of these encased chain drives, and these are very cheap, just the andesite casing that we use for crafting the fans, and then 3 iron nuggets. So nice and cheap, and what these do basically just allow you to transfer rotational power along. If we just put that on there, that one will kick back in, and if we put this just going along here like this, this will power all of these. So if we look at the back, you can see that these are all rotating the same way as the one at the end. So that means all of these fans are working out, so I can put the water down into this one. And the last thing we need here is the soul campfire, but unfortunately that means a trip to the nether. But before we do that, let's put some of this gravel into here and see if this works. So that's just going to get pushed along. Now, unfortunately, this is only a chance that you get this, but as you can see there, that's turned into flint and iron nuggets. Now, it's not 100%, so I put 2 stacks in there, and I only got 14 iron nuggets. So it's not a great rate, but it's better than nothing. And if you really scale this up and get the gravel auto processing and auto fed into here, you can actually get a pretty decent iron farm going. So with the smoker, that is really just for cooking food. And the last one I want is the soul campfire. So I think we're going to have a trip to the nether, aren't we? So I'm going to grab some water, go back down to the lava pool that I found earlier, and then we can get some obsidian and hopefully have a really easy time in the nether and get some soul sand. Right, so I've got the obsidian, nether portal built, got a few stacks of cobblestone on me, and hopefully this will be nice and easy. The soul sand will just be there and I can just grab it. Warts forest, that's not too bad a spawn, I can take that. But how easy are we going to get a soul sand? Because it's normally right down at the bottom of the lava, isn't it? Bastion right there, that could come in handy. Oh, what are the chances of me finding? What are those? Oh my god. What? I'm going to jump. No, I'm going to die. Well, that's horrible. And they're teleporting. Oh, they're still teleporting after me. That's really not good. Right. That might be a bit cheaty doing that, but I don't care. I'm not going to do that. So even with the osmium armor, that wasn't great fun. Alright, I'm going to give that one more go. Hopefully not look at those scary endermen again. Okay, right, let's see if we can get somewhere without annoying anyone. Right, so I can fly and I can use the home command. Right, let's stay away from those endermen. Let's just get over here. Crimson iron though, I'll take some of that. These blocks are really cool as well. I might do something with this. What? Oh, that's soul sand over there, isn't it? But big bullies. Oh no, I keep thinking I can fly, but I can't. I need to have this in my hand. Oh, what was that? The soul sand right there. I need 1 block of it. That is it. And I can make my own with that. Carefully does it. Grab 4 of those. And I am not hanging around. Oh, it was tasked to get 4 as well. Nice. So let's go home again. And we... Oh, that enderman's there. That's not good, is it? Right, I need to set up a spot where he can't get me. Right, do we dare kill this enderman? Well, I'm doing it now. Let's have a look. What is it? Warts Forest Enderman. Oh my god. Right, anyway. I've got the soul sand. Alright, let's grab you. And if we put that in there, that is our encased fan setup complete. So now we can throw things into here, and it's mainly sand we want to do. Put sand into there, we get soul sand, and we can put the soul sand into the washer, and that will give us quartz, which is going to come in very handy. But for the minute, I don't actually have any sand, I don't think. So we can turn gravel into sand with Create, but that means using the crushing wheels, and that is a bit of a complicated setup to get done now. So I think getting this done is going to have to do me for today. We've spent a lot of time exploring the pack, got an umbrella, which I'm very happy about, and we've taken our first steps into Create, and there's going to be a lot more. We're going to spend the next few episodes at least building up a bit of a base around here, and pretty much completely focused on using Create. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.